morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Haley, and today has just been one of those days. Honestly, this past week has been one of those weeks where I have just been having crazy off the charts anxiety and just not been feeling like my usual self. I've talked a little bit about my experience, honestly maybe a lot of it, about my experience with anxiety here on my channel, but for those of you that are newer, I have kind of dealt with GAD, which is generalized anxiety disorder, for pretty much all my life. But in the past year I had developed and been diagnosed with panic disorder as well as agoraphobia, which is a whole other thing. So at this point, I'm pretty good about figuring out how to manage my anxiety. I know what my triggers are. I know things that help me calm down and kind of center myself. So I thought it would maybe be interesting or maybe even helpful to do a vlog of how I kind of manage my high anxiety days. So today's video is going to be a little bit similar to like a day in my life vlog, but just kind of focusing on all of the ways that I help myself calm down and center myself and put myself in a better headspace. But the first thing I like to do on days like this one where I wake up in not such a good headspace is I like to take a really long time to get ready in the morning. I feel like doing my makeup is something that really calms me down. So I'll start with my usual routine. I'll do my skincare, brush my teeth, all that jazz, get some coffee. Usually I'm an iced coffee only sort of gal, but lately I have been in a little hot coffee sort of mood. And yes, this one is decaf. Then I'll sit down, I will put a podcast on. Usually I watch like TMG or sometimes I'll watch like vlogs. Today I was watching H3. I'll just sit down and take my sweet time getting ready. I feel like it's so peaceful just like getting ready in the morning, listening to whatever you like to listen to with a little fun drink. And I usually have more fun with my makeup on days like these because I am taking more time. Plus, I feel like when I look better, I feel better instead of just like sitting in bed being like a sweaty rat all day. Which, don't get me wrong, there is a time and place for those days. I usually have more motivation and a better attitude when I like sit down, do my normal routine, get ready, and I feel good about myself. Once I'm ready for the day, I usually like to get out of the house, go for like a little drive. I feel like it helps me clear my head a little bit. I get a little bit of social interaction for the day. Normally that's like hitting a coffee shop or getting like a fun drink, but today I think I want to get a smoothie because that sounds really good right now. So I think I might go ahead and do that. Wanna go for a ride? The girl at Smoothie King said I look pretty and I almost cried. Mama, why you look like that? I feel like I should have gotten a bigger size smoothie because I drink this one so fast. It's so good. This is the banana berry treat. Anyways, I'm about to sit down and read. I just got this book in the mail. This is an ARC copy, which I'm so excited about. So this doesn't actually come out until November 15th, but I'm really excited to read it. This is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter, who is one of my favorite authors. She's so cool. This book is like a time loop where this poor girl gets stuck living the same Valentine's Day over and over again, where her boyfriend is caught cheating on her. And when something good starts to come out of these terrible days, what happens when the universe stops doling out the do-overs? This sounds super cute. I feel like it'll be similar to Lynn Painter's other book, Better Than the Movies, which is another YA. I thought that book was absolutely adorable. So really excited to dive into this one today. Reading is probably the #1 way that I manage my anxiety. It's just like sitting down, reading a good book, and kind of escaping into that fantasy world for a while. Obviously, it gets my brain off whatever is making me anxious and focuses on the book instead. And usually on high anxiety days, I do tend to go for like a rom-com or a romance book, something a little bit more chill. Also really cute, the little dedication page. It says, "For the lonely, the daydreamers, the ones who find their friends between the pages of books. You matter and your happy ending will come. Sometimes the wait is just longer in real life than in fiction." That is so cute and so perfect. Anyways, going to get started on this one and just kind of relax. I've been alone, wasting away in my room, and you're afterglow. I decided I do in fact need a little bit of caffeine. I need like a little afternoon pick-me-up, so I am going to make another cup of coffee. Okay, this is so delicious. I used a pumpkin spice creamer and it tastes like fall. It is so good. Anyways, an update on the book. So far, so good. It is really adorable. I feel like if you liked Lynn Painter's better than the movies, you will definitely like this one. I know it sounds silly, but I kind of want to savor this book, so I'm taking my time with it. I did decide to annotate this one a little bit. I'm trying to get a little bit more comfortable writing in my books, which I know is not everyone's thing, but it is so relaxing to annotate and like really deep dive into a book. And it's also just really fun to like highlight your favorite quotes and everything. So I'm having a good time. But I also remembered, so a couple years ago I had bought this journal. This is the Self-Care a Day and Night Reflection Journal, and it's really similar to like the 5-minute journal. Yes, I said I bought this a few years ago. I was really good at staying up to date with this one, and then I got the 5-minute journal and kind of left this one in the dust. So I do actually have quite a lot of empty pages in here, and I was like, this would be a really good thing to start up again. I feel like this one's a lot more interactive than the 5-minute journal as well. You can track your intentions for the day, how your sleep was, if you had good dreams, bad dreams, no dreams. You track what you eat, how much water you drank, if you did any exercise. Spoiler, I did not and do not plan to today. And then on the reflection side of the journal, you can say things that were fun or relaxing today, things that were hard or stressful today, kind things I did for myself, which is basically this entire day. That's kind of a point of this video. Anyways, it is a very adorable journal, and journaling is so good for your mental health.
It's not over, no, it's only just begun. I used to have a way with words, but now I trip over my tongue, yeah. Let's skate down to the old 7-Eleven. I could use a cigarette and just a little time alone with you.
It's usually around this time of day. Honestly, the gap between like 3 to 6 p.m. is when my anxiety is always the highest, and I don't know why. I think it's because like in the mornings I have plenty of distractions. I do my skincare routine, I answer my emails, I get ready for the day, I sit down and read. Today I journaled, and then when all the distractions kind of run out, I don't really know what to do with myself with that amount of time, and just not having anything to do makes me anxious. So depending on the day and like what sort of headspace I'm in, I'll either take a nap, which is mostly how this goes lately. But today I kind of feel like I need to be productive. I always feel a lot better when my space is clearer. A cluttered home leads to a cluttered mind, and I absolutely do not need that right now. So I'm going to use this hour of weirdness. I feel like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. is always just like a weird time in general. I'm definitely not an afternoon sort of person, so I am going to tidy up the house, maybe start a load of laundry. Anyways, I'm going to put a podcast on. I always have to like be listening to something or have background noise, I've noticed. Unless I'm reading, I do like to do that in silence normally. Sometimes I'll put music on, most of the time no. But let's get to cleaning. Next on the agenda is to get some food, and tonight we're having comfort food-ish. Would you say pasta is a comfort food? I would.
For you.
Pasta is my comfort food, but we're actually at Olive Garden. We're doing a curbside pickup right now. I'm very excited. Oh, she's coming.
Who's coming? Hello.
Here's the Kids Coke Zero.
Thank you.
bulbs. Do you smell the spaghetti? Listen, you guys, the hack at Olive Garden is to get the kids meal, because I got a kids Alfredo and it comes with a side of kids spaghetti. So it's like 2 meals in one. Will I eat both today? Will I save one for tomorrow? Well, we'll find out soon. Honestly, the vibes are good. These will fix everything. We just finished up dinner. We watched an episode of that dating and siblings show on Netflix, which sounds terrible, but basically a dating show where 2 siblings go in and they have to play matchmaker for their siblings. I don't know, it's really, really bad, but definitely decent trash TV. Anyways, each day after dinner, anxious or not, we always go out at like sunset and play with the dogs, especially since like the weather's a little bit cooler, but it's always so nice to get outside, get a little vitamin D when you're feeling really anxious. And the weather here in Texas, it's still hot. It's been like in the 80s, which is actually pretty good for here, but still a little too hot for me to just like sit and chill outside and read in the afternoons, which is what I would normally like to do. So I'm gonna get some outside time right now and play with the dogs. The dogs in general just always help boost my mood.